It's Vain Intercourse with Dinta, and today we are talking about reviews after sex. So if you're just coming across my channel for the first time, do subscribe and interact with the videos and share your own opinion. Okay? Because we're all here to learn and help someone not have an awkward life. Okay, so we're talking about reviews after sex. Like, are they okay? Are they not okay? Should you ask for reviews from someone you've had sex with, or is it okay if they asked you about the intercourse you just had, whether you liked it or not? Like, can they ask you for reviews? Can you give people reviews? Okay, so to delve into it, I will always make this exception. All right, so if you are of a religious group or a social group or whatever group, and you are not allowed to relate about sex openly, it's fine. But this is for people who are allowed, like who allow themselves, who are open to either review or ask for reviews. Okay, so if you have like this closeted type of sexual relationship you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. All right, but you could just stick around and enjoy it. Okay, first, you know what a review is, right? Like when you've used a product or a service, and then you are trying to give information based on how this particular service or product served you, whether it did the job or it didn't do the job. So here we are asking or talking about giving reviews about how the sexual experience has been with someone. All right, so when you sleep with them, you talk about it. So is it okay for people to ask for reviews? Personally, I would say that if you are in the position to give or to ask for a review, it's okay. I mean, if a woman or a man after intercourse wants to know how well they've done. Wait, do women ask for reviews? I mean, I'm African and Nigerian, so there are things that are very, very new to us. I mean, in Nigeria, when a woman is, sexually proactive, right? Like when a woman is good sexually, or she asks for it, or she gets to chip in one or two about the sex and what she wanted or not, she's usually seen as promiscuous, and such a woman may likely have difficulty getting married to those sexual partners, because they just feel like, this one I don't too tear. You understand? So this is what it is like in Africa. So maybe not the entire Nigeria or Africa, maybe some people that have gone out of the country or who have lived in bigger cities and have mingled with Western people and learned how to be vocal from the Western people and not be judgmental. But I do not think, like, even with that men still wouldn't be judgmental. All right, because Nigerian men, they are so in tune with validating what other men feel. Like, they want to please men, not really women. They want to please, like, the bros. So what are the bros saying? Did the bros say that a woman who asks for a review, or a woman who talks about sex, what did the bros say about this woman? If they say that the woman is promiscuous, she's a hoe, then that's what they're going to stand on. It doesn't matter whether their case is different. Yeah, so let's just talk about it generally, and I'll be using men as a case study because that's the only way my brain can actually like wrap around it. So if you're a man and then you want to ask for reviews after sex, number one question is, why are you asking? I mean, if it is not for validation, so you just be like, yeah, I said it, I'll do it, I mean, it's okay. But why are you asking? Are you genuinely asking because you just feel like, okay, you want to know this person and you want to do better for them? Or are you asking, to feel good based on what you think you've done? Because sometimes you feel like you've done something amazing, and in this woman's heart, she's just feeling like, what just happened? And another thing is, like, when are you asking for this review? Like, what's the timing? Is it okay for you to ask when you're asking? You don't ask for reviews when the tensions are high. All right? You don't ask for reviews when, the emotions are high. In fact, also how you get to ask for that review also matters. You can't just be like, just throw it like it's your rights. Shall I bang you, LRB? except if people are like in this loud type of relationship where everybody's like raz, uh, but if you're asking for review, it's fine, but you have to check the reason you're asking for the review, when you're asking for the review, and how you are asking for this particular review. And why do these three matter? They matter because that's going to determine the quality of the review you're going to get. Because there's a way you're going to ask somebody and they just look at your countenance and they know that, okay, this person doesn't want the truth. They just want, to validate their efforts, like they have done something good. So you just be like, you were a monster. So you just go. But there are ways you ask questions, and the woman can actually tell you what you've done and what you haven't done, right? Whether you pleased her or not. And I mean, like, great partners get to ask questions to be sure they are, doing right by their partners, all right? I mean, more women should ask for these reviews. More women should ask because, there are some things that men may like. They may want you to smell a particular way, dress a particular way. I'm not talking about that BDSM and the extreme stuff. No, I'm just talking about like the basics, you understand? Or maybe do you need to work on the lifting of your thighs and this, or your arcing and all of that? Like, so if those things need to be worked on, like a man can actually like talk about it and tell you, okay, you need to arc more. But the problem is, how do you do that without, hitting a nerve? All right. And the woman could actually tell you like, oh, I don't know, the way you rest on my chest is too much, like I can't carry your weight a lot, or the way you pin my leg to the wall, it's hurtful. If you could do it like this, right? Or the muscle you hit inside of my vaginal wall, it hurts, or something, or like some of the things that men do that women do not like, right? So women can actually also talk about it. Me, I can't say much about what men like and what they don't like because I'm not a man. And yeah, so men can actually talk about it, all right, if the woman wants to know. So I think it should actually be mutual. It should be, and men, stop looking at women who are good sexually as promiscuous, all right? If you don't see yourself as promiscuous when you're good sexually, then you don't have any reason to look at women like that either. So subsequently, I'm going to talk about sexual freedom for women and what it means for women. I mean, people have been talking about the sexual freedom. Anyway, do remember to subscribe and stay here, right? Because we are bringing our new videos back to back. And I'm Dinta, and this is a vain intercourse. We take nothing to heart. We just listen, learn, and keep moving.